Welcome to What Game Before. Today we're going to be talking about a Master System collection with the Analogue Mega SG. Now this video is in a reply to 8BitBoy UK's recent video on starting a collection with the original hardware at a budget of around £10 UK per game to start. I'd like to offer an alternative using analog hardware with an updated budget of about $25 per game to start in the US. My experience so far is that Master System games are just a little bit harder to come by over here in the US, and so bumping that budget to $25 will give some more options while you start looking for games. For those not familiar with this hardware, Analogue have created consoles using hardware emulation to mimic the original devices. Using FPGA technology, these consoles are 99% accurate when playing games and have a significant advantage over software emulation on something like a PC or a phone. The Mega SG, like all analog hardware, was designed to preserve history and provide a modern console for the 8 and 16-bit era of gaming. Up to 1080p video over HDMI, no lag or latency, wireless controller support, and an expansion port to even connect with the Sega CD. You can customize the scaling and add scan lines to really tailor the video output to suit your preferences, as this will be over HDMI. The hardware is flexible and can be updated with new firmware to address compatibility issues if they come up. There's a lot to like about these alternative to classic consoles. But wait, this is a video about Master System collecting. Why are we talking about this Genesis console? Just like the Genesis Mark I, which had hardware on board for running Master System games, the Mega SG does support the Master System, Game Gear, Mark III, and even MyCard-based games through the use of an adapter set. These slot into the regular port in the console and can greatly expand your game library with a single device. The Master System adapter is included in the box with the Mega SG, so you're ready to go with Master System games right out of the box. If you don't have to have the original hardware for your collection for the Master System, then the Mega SG is sold at a comparable but slightly higher price. At the time of recording this video, it's currently out of stock, but it's sold at about $190 plus tax and shipping at the time it was last available. And prices on eBay for the original hardware is sitting at around $150 plus shipping for a console and a controller, maybe a Mark I or Mark II, and north of about $200 if it has a few games included as well. Now the Mega SG doesn't come with a controller, and so as it's primarily designed to play Genesis games, that's kind of where your controller choice is going to be, and so it supports wired and wireless controllers. I currently have an 8-bit DOE wireless controller, and it works great for both Genesis and Master System games. Overall, if you're interested in a broad array of 8 and 16-bit games across multiple Sega platforms, then I would recommend the Analogue Mega SG. You get a lot of gaming variety out of a very small box. And so moving on to some of the games that you can currently get for around $25. I've only picked up a few Master System games from local stores. Most of my actual current Master System collection is from Video Games Monthly, which is an unboxing service that I subscribe to. They've all kind of been loose carts up to this point, but I have a few boxed games that I've picked up locally. And so the first game is Space Harrier. Now I picked this up locally for around $20. It's boxed, but it has no manual, so I imagine it would be about $25 if you could find it complete. It's a classic arcade game with a ton of replayability, high scores to shoot for, and it shows off the power of the Master System at the time. I've not managed to get too far into this yet, but I'm definitely going to come back and try and get into those later levels. Now, the second game I picked up is Forgotten Worlds. I will admit I cheated a little bit on this one because I picked it up in the UK for around $20, again with no manual. You may find this locally closer to about $25, but a quick look on eBay shows a few international auctions that would ship to the US for about $25. This is another great arcade conversion side-scrolling shooter with a twist because you're not actually in a ship, you're just flying in space with a gun. Growing up, I played a lot of the Genesis version and enjoyed the gameplay, so definitely getting back into the Master System copy. Another high-score game to replay. My first goal is definitely to complete all the stages in the game though. My final game is one I got from Video Games Monthly recently, and that's Hang-On/Safari Hunt. Again, looking online, it's possible to pick this up in box for around $25 with shipping. If you find it locally, it'll hopefully be a little cheaper. You know, I'm starting to realize I have a lot of arcade-style conversion games in my Master System collection. I tend to tell people that Hang-On is like a bike version of Outrun. I'm sure fans of Hang-On probably disagree, but if you've played Outrun, you kind of know what I mean. I've covered Hang-On recently, and it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in Safari Hunt or light games in general, they are playable with the DAC adapter for the Mega SG and a CRT TV. So that's the Analogue Mega SG, an alternative console to the original Master System and one with flexibility for other Sega games as well. If you're playing Master System games with one already, let me know in the comments below what you're playing. If you're keeping a lookout for original hardware and you're in the UK, then please check out 8BitBoy UK's original video on how to start a collection and his guide for picking up games for £10. Thanks for watching.